Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Rams, and at the controls, the former Cal Bears standing at 6'4", quarterback Jared Goff.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, Week 2, he was electric. Let's see what Week 3 has in store. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The numbers for him from a week ago: 11 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Hey,
Watson. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Forced out to his left. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
The Texans send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Now the first carry for Marlon Mack.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 15 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now a carry for Mack.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Watson. Past the 20. Going down the middle, and it's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson.
And hitting Juju on the slant.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
A try here for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Gone. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. Give him 16 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Goff now looks to throw, and able to find Higbee. It's complete, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Now a run with Akers. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 22, Goff, right side complete. That's Woods. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's complete right around the 8. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now out comes Houston. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. On first down, Watson. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. These two teams all tied after 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. A quick pass to Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now a first down throw. Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's got this down to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Goff throwing complete here to Jefferson. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again is Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run this with Akers.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Goff now to throw.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 11 now. Here's Mack. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
25 yards that time.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Goff throwing complete to Kupp, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Out of the gun, Goff. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll bang that one through. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
On first down, it's Watson. Over the middle to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, it's Mack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this one's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
26 Mike.
3rd and 2, Watson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On 1st down, it's gone. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Goff on 1st down. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Again, Goff. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. On 2nd down now, Akers. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And that one just before halftime with the Jaguars out on top. DJ Chark, a touchdown reception. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Michael Thomas, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Tom Brady has thrown a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching, it was Jared Goff with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
Now it's Watson. The open man is Smith. And he is going to have a Texans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, it's Mack. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Watson now to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Mack, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Out of the gun, Watson. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now a first down throw. Watson buying time to his left. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. They'll toss this right side to Mack. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the gun, here's Watson. The quick slant caught. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Watson going to try and run it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so. But it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out and catching the ball? Well, the receivers, the running backs, everyone is involved today. And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Dante Fowler in on the stop. Going right back to Akers. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own
Houston set to take over.
Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
On first down, they'll start out with Mack. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
They go right back to Mack. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings us 3rd and 6.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Watson to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Rams to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now Goff on 1st down.
And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
At the 32-yard line.
Go. 80. Check 55. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Off play action. Here's Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st down, Rams.
Watch the run.
They'll run here with Akers.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff now looking to throw.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short.
Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. To throw again on second down. Watson. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Operating from the gun. Watson. Got a man open. It's Ross. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5. At the Rams 46.
Again, it's Watson. And hitting Juju on the slant. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Watson on first down. Open man is Ross, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. To the air yet again. Watson. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
A 1-yard gain brings up third and 6.
From the gun, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 23. Out of the gun, he'll throw. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Big stop.
After the interception, here's Watson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Set. 19. Touchdown.
On first down, it's Watson. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Watson looks to throw again, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 4 yards out, and the Texans will add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors. Yet still
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Goff, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
I don't think you got it, son. 26, Mike. 26, Mike.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Here's Marlon Mack. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out of there. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Rams on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. 51, Mike 51. Here we go, D. Oh, my God.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Over the middle to Smith. 7 yards the pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at about the 14. And now out comes Houston. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by 13. Under 1:20 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Texans, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for L.A., the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.
today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan ball club entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to...
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Now at first down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 14 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And they'll begin by running the option. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
The Texans send the punter out. Back deep, Adoree Jackson. This is taken at the 18. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
Bernardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
2nd and 5 now. Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes. You can read his hands. And you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it. And oftentimes, knock it away.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A 1st down carry for Henry. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. The 40, 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
Too many
three-syllable word.
syllables, yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Derrick Henry. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got a man open. It's Ross. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Set. 3 Here we go. Double time.
On first down, Watson. A quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a run with Mack. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 24 carries, 56 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished. Just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Set. 19. Check. Block 54. Block 54. Hey, tight down. There you go. Begin.
They'll run here with Mack. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Texans 7, Titans nothing.
Set. 18. 54.
They'll run it with Mack. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Marlon Mack. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Lady. Focus, defense, focus. 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike.
Here's Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Go.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. And right side, Henry's got it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get him! 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
To the air again, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
You better be afraid of me.
Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Tannehill. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Tannehill. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jared Pinkney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And that one makes it 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Houston set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. Smith catches left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Dante Fowler picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Now Tannehill. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Texans to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams. So some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. A run by Mack to start the drive. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro. On 2nd and 7, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
1st down, Houston.
from the red zone now. Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Watson looks to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion. That's really nice coverage there. I'm not sure he would have gotten to the first down marker anyway, but boy, oh boy, did they blanket him.
Yeah, short throw, but he really didn't have many options. Had to force it in. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to force it in somewhere. Incomplete.
Yeah, now it brings up 4th down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On the give, this is their fullback. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Here you go, right here. We're 30. We own them.
On first down, Tannehill. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets it down to the 32. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 20-17, your final. From there, we head a little further north up to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Kendrick Bourne, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 31-24, the final score. In the game you're watching is Deshaun Watson, who was the star of the first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 29, Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down. 54. Here we go, D. Here I come. Hey, Watson.
From the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Again, it's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 25.
Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now Ryan Tannehill becomes the focus of our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
They run with Henry on first down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard.
29-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The 43-yard line.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check, 40.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike, 55. Check.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. The defense blitz, they got to him, but a good job. He just hung in there, took the hit, completed the long pass.
Everything's not going to be perfect every time you throw the ball. You're not going to pick up every blitzer. You're not going to be untouched in the pocket. Remember the Rams of the early 2000s?
Oh, yeah.
They always asked their quarterback to be the last line of blitz control, which means stand in the pocket, take the hit, and deliver strikes downfield.
Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out comes Houston. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He completes this one to Mack. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 37-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And hitting Juju on the slant. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air yet again, Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Not much there, only a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly.
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Dancing to his left.
Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Open man is Higgins. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee 1st. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. Got a man open. It's Ross. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go right back to Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Operating from the gun. Watson. Hard throw. Incomplete. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2-2-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant?
Well, if you do it one bite at a time.
Okay.
That's the way they've got to play this, one play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go with like a 50-ounce ribeye. One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
Tannehill with a throw caught by Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. To the air again, Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Tannehill on 1st down. And right side, Henry's got it. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, Tannehill. And that one his first incompletion in its last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 4.
Throwing again is Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Here's Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. From the end zone, Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here's Watson on the keeper. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 16. A little over a minute to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Damon Harrison. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. And whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Houston, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.